Just wanted to make a video talking about or addressing some of the fears I had going into this whole process. So when I initially started, I was terrified that the surgeon would deny me, that I wouldn't be approved. I had watched my 600-pound life, and so I thought that it was going to be the same or very, very similar, and I would have to weigh a certain amount, or I'd have to be required to lose a certain amount of weight, and that I'd fail and I wouldn't be able to lose X amount of weight that they wanted within the time frame they wanted, so on and so forth. And I was wrong. They encouraged losing weight prior to surgery. However, they didn't require a certain amount of weight. And that was one thing I was very, very scared of. Another thing I was very scared of is I have always been told anytime I've had any kind of procedure and gone under anesthesia that I have a higher risk due to my weight of not waking up. And so I've never had surgery before in my life. I've gone under anesthesia a few times at this point now, or at the point of surgery. But it still terrified me anytime, regardless of what it was for. And so I was absolutely terrified. I was just convinced that I'm gonna go under for surgery to do what I need to do, make my life better, and I'm not gonna wake up. I had that in my head. I always fight the anesthesia. Like, I try to stay awake. Doesn't work, obviously, but I try. And so that was another fear that I had. Probably the biggest fear that I had going into this whole thing is going through, getting approved, getting the surgery, and then losing weight and then gaining it all back. That is probably the biggest fear I had going into it, and still to this day, the biggest fear that I have. I'm coming up on 10 months post-op at this point, and I am still absolutely terrified that I will gain it all back, or that I'll somehow mess up the surgery and stop losing weight. I am not perfect by any means on anything that I do. There are some days where I eat more carbs than they recommend. They recommend not to drink soda, and I do. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't sit there and chug and chug and chug and chug and chug, or drink 10 cans of soda, which is probably what I did before, if not more. I drink a lot of water, mostly water. I have maybe one soda a day, maybe one soda a day. Like today I had a soda, yesterday I didn't have any soda. The day before that I didn't have any soda. But I drink soda. I'm not gonna lie. I have no reason to lie. Like, it's supposed to be an honest thing, you know? And these are just some of the fears that I had. Another fear that I had, which I'm trying to let go of and get used to, or accept rather, is loose skin. I see a lot of people who have lost a bunch of weight, not even a bunch of weight, like 50 pounds, and they have loose skin. And they have it because they were overweight for so long that their skin doesn't have the elasticity to go back, you know? And I've been this size or this big for so long that I know I'm gonna have the loose skin, and it terrifies me. But it's would I rather have the loose skin, or would I rather be this size? And I think I have finally come to terms with I'd rather have the loose skin, because I can hide the loose skin, you know? I can wear compression clothing so it doesn't sag and hurt, you know, because I know it's going to hurt, it's going to pull. I can wear compression clothing so it's not going to hurt as bad, it's not going to pull. But I can't hide the fat, you know? The loose skin on my tummy, I'll be able to hide it. I'll be able to wear clothing that makes it to where it's not as noticeable, and stuff like that. And at least I'll be able to enjoy life, you know? Being this size, like, I can't walk. With loose skin, hopefully I'll be able to walk. I'll be able to walk better than I can now, you know? But it's just which one would I rather, you know? And I would rather the loose skin. And those are just a couple of the fears that I had going into this. There are a lot more, but those are some of them, and I just wanted to put it out there.